Okay, प्यारे बच्चों, after understanding zeros of a polynomial, now we are going to understand what is the geometrical meaning of zeros of a polynomial, right? To understand this, first we have to understand graph of a different type of polynomial, right? So first we will start with the constant polynomial. Okay, so now okay, now general form we can say p of x, that is equal to, suppose I am taking k, where k is what? Real number. Okay, now as for the graph, you know that if you want to plot a graph, so you need the x coordinate as well as y coordinate. So my polynomial is p of x is equal to, suppose to plot the graph, we are taking one example, p of x is equal to, for example, 2. Okay, so here what the x coordinate bachcho? See, no any variable, so it's a constant polynomial, so that means variable x power is what? 0. To understand it in a better way, we write down it like this: p of x, that is equal to what? 2. Variable x is not there, so I will consider as a x the power 0, that means 0 degree polynomial, that is the constant polynomial, and the answer of this will reflect as a y coordinate. Okay, so that means my equation is 2x the power 0. See, no need to write down the x the power 0, but to understand you better, right, about this all the calculation, that I am taking the variable x power 0. Okay, now otherwise nothing is there, so it will be considered as a 0 degree polynomial and the constant polynomial. Okay, now to plot the graph, what we have to take it? We need the at least minimum 2 points, but safer side we will take the 3 points. X coordinate and y coordinate. Now let's see here. We will take the different value of x here, because the y is equal to what? 2x. I have to take it 1. Okay, so 1 the power 0, answer is what? 1, and multiply with 2, so answer is 2. Suppose I am taking 2, so 2 the power 0, that is 1. Okay, again multiply with 2, so answer is 2. Okay, again when I multiply here x value, suppose I am taking 3, so 3 the power 0, that is 1, multiply 2, again it's a 2. So here you can understand it, right? We are taking a different value of x, but the value of y remains constant, unchanged. Okay, so when we plot a graph, suppose x-axis x dash, y, and bottom side y dash, and it's a 0. So 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, plus 1, plus 2, and plus 3, and here minus 1, minus 2, and minus 3. Okay, now see the first point, this coordinate, what the points we can write down? It's a x coordinate 1, y coordinate is 2, x coordinate is 2, y coordinate is 2, x coordinate is 3, and y coordinate is 2. Okay, so now see this first point, both the coordinates are positive, so this point comes in a first quadrant. If x and y both the coordinates are positive, so this point comes in a first quadrant. We studied in the class 9 to plot the graph of a linear equation. Okay, 1, 2, x coordinate is 1, y coordinate is 2. Okay, so 1 and 2. So here it's my first point. I will write down the coordinate, that's a 1 and 2. Okay, second point, 2, comma 2. That means x coordinate 2, y coordinate is also 2. Both are positive. So this point again comes in a first quadrant. Okay, so this point is our second point. It's a 2, comma 2. Third point, 3 and 2. X coordinate 3, y coordinate 2. Again it's in a first quadrant. Okay, when we join all the points together, so its graph is like this. Okay, and we have to write down y is equal to what? 2. Here this polynomial is in variable what? X, and it is not intersecting the x-axis anywhere. Okay, so we can say the 0 of this polynomial. Okay, here the intersection point is there, right? But no intersection point with the x-axis, right? So we can say it's a no 0, because we didn't get any value of the variable x that will make our polynomial 0, right? Now we can see here the y is what? 2. It's no any place the y, that means p of x becomes 0, right? So we didn't get any value of the variable x here that will make the that makes the polynomial value 0, right? So in the constant polynomial there is no 0, that already been noted in the zeros of the polynomial. Okay, understand? Okay, Vichu. Now we discuss about the graph of a linear polynomial. Okay, this graph already uploaded in the class 9th. Standard form of this ax plus b, where a not equal to 0. And what is the graph of the linear polynomial? That is the straight line. Graph okay. Let's take one example. Polynomial p of x. Suppose I am taking x plus 2. Okay. So here x coordinate is there, so answer will reflect as a y coordinate. So I am taking y is equal to what? P of x. So y is equal to what? X plus 2. Okay, so this one is our linear equation. Now to plot the graph, we have to again take the 3 points, x coordinating and y coordinate. Suppose I am taking x coordinate is what? 1. So 1 plus 2, answer is 3. So y coordinate is 3. Suppose I am taking minus 1. So minus 1 plus 2, it becomes plus 1. Okay, so y coordinate is 1. Suppose I am taking 0. Right? Right now we are not taking 0 because we have to find out the zeros of the polynomial. Right? So suppose I am taking 2. Okay, so 2 plus 2, it becomes 4. Okay, so this 3 point, by using this, we will plot a graph. X dash, x axis, y axis, y dash axis. Here, this coordinate is 0 for the positive part of the x axis. It's a 1, 2, 3. Y-axis 1, 2, 3. Here it's a minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Here again I am taking minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3. Okay. Y coordinate we require 4, so we will take for 1 point further. Okay. Now come one by one. X coordinate is 1 and y coordinate is 3. So first of all, we write down the coordinates properly, 1 and 3. Here it's x coordinate minus 1, y coordinate is plus 1, so minus 1 and 1. And here it is x coordinate is 2 and y coordinate is 4. Okay. So now let's place these points one by one in our graph paper. X coordinate is 1 and y coordinate is 3. Both the coordinates are positive. So this point comes in a first quadrant. If both the coordinates are positive, so points comes in a first quadrant. Okay. Suppose I will write down it 1 and 3. These are the coordinates. Now come to the second point. X coordinate is minus 1, y coordinate is plus 1. So this point comes in a second quadrant. X coordinate is negative, y coordinate is positive, so this point comes in a second quadrant. 2, 4, x coordinate is positive, y is also positive, so 2 and 4, so this point comes in a first quadrant. Okay, now we will join all these points together. Okay, so this one is graph for y is equal to what? P of x, and P of x, that is what? X plus 2. Okay, now see bachcho, you can see this graph intersecting the x-axis, it is intersecting the y-axis also, right? But this one is our polynomial in variable x, so we have to check y coordinate when it will be 0, right? So we have to make the y 0, so here the y is 0, so this point is x coordinate is -2 and y coordinate is what? 0. So this one is a value of x and this one is a value of y. Y, that means P of x. Okay. So for the value of x -2, our polynomial 0. So this way we can understand the 0 of the polynomial, right? For the linear polynomial, right? So linear polynomial, as per our study, we already studied in the class 9. If the graph is a straight line, so when our polynomial graph will intersect the x-axis, right, wherever the point, so that point gives the polynomial value 0. Here our graph intersects with the x-axis at -2. Okay, so this point, at this point our polynomial value is 0. So 0 of the polynomial is what? -2. And as we discussed earlier in the zeros of the polynomial, for the linear polynomial, how many zeros are there? One and only one. And this one is a 1, 0 of the polynomial. So only somebody give the graph and say how many zeros are there. So it intersects with the x-axis in one point. Okay, so that is a 1, 0. Okay. Okay, bachcho. Now we discuss about the graph of quadratic polynomial. What is the standard form of the quadratic polynomial? So P of x, that is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equal to 0. Okay. See, there is so many varieties in the quadratic polynomial graph. Okay. And as per our syllabus, we didn't require to know how to plot the graph, but for understanding, I am giving you some examples by plotting the graph. Suppose I take the one graph for this quadratic polynomial. For the polynomial P of x is equal to x square minus 6x plus 9. Suppose I am taking this one. Okay. Now, obviously, this P of x we will consider as a y. So y is equal to what? X square minus 6x plus 9. Okay. And now we need some values of x, as well as according to that we can get the value of y. So different value of x we will assume here, and according to that value of y we will get it. Let's see how many values required. Okay, here in the quadratic we require some more points, right, to plot the graph properly. Suppose I am starting with the -3, for example. Okay, so here -3 the square. Okay, I am calculating it one by one here. X square -3 the square, that is 9. -3 multiply with -6, that is the minus plus 18 and plus 9. So 9 and 9, 18 and 18, 36. -2. Suppose I take the -2 here. What happened? -2 the square plus 4. minus 2 multiply minus 6. So minus minus plus, and 6 2s are 12 and plus 9. So 9, 12 and 4. Combinedly these all the addition is, so 12 plus 4 16, 16 plus 9 25. Okay. Suppose further I am taking minus 1. Okay, when I take the minus 1 here, so minus 1 the square plus 1 multiply with minus 6 plus 6 and plus 9. So this overall answer is 16. Okay, suppose I say 0. So this one is 0, this one is 0, remaining is only 9. Suppose I say 1. Okay, so 1 I replace here, so it's a 1. Then minus 6 and 9. 1 minus 6 plus 9. Minus 6 plus 1 minus 5 plus 9. It becomes 4. Suppose I am taking 2. When I take here 2, so 2 the square, 4. Okay, and 6 2s are 12, minus 12 and plus 9. Okay, and as we understand, 9 plus 4, how much? 13 and minus 12. So it becomes 1. Okay. Further, suppose I am taking 3 also. So 3 the square, 9 minus 6 3s are 18 and plus 9. So 9 and 9 addition 18 and minus 18, it becomes 0. Okay. One more last value that we take it. 4. 4 the square, 16 minus 6 4s are 24 and plus 9. So 9 and 16, it becomes 25 minus 24. So it's a 1. Okay. Now let's plot the graph. See, for the y coordinate we require so many points. Okay, here it's x, x dash, y, y dash. Let here it's a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Okay. Now let's understand it one by one. Okay, x coordinate is minus 3, y coordinate is 36. Right. So here y I will take it like this. Okay. For the safer side, we are taking, for example, 5 as a measurement for the 1 centimeter. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and 40. Okay. Let's understand it one by one. Okay. Now here x coordinate is minus 3, so y is 36. X minus 3 and y is 36. So it's little bit above the 35. Suppose I am placing here. Okay. Then x coordinate is minus 2, y coordinate is 25. So minus 2 and 25, it's exactly here. Yeah. Okay. X coordinate minus 1, y coordinate is 16. So it's something little bit above the 15. Okay, minus. Okay. X coordinate is 0, so y coordinate is 9. 9 is little bit below the 10. Okay. X coordinate is 1, y coordinate is 4. X coordinate 1, y coordinate 4, something like here. Okay. X coordinate is 2, y coordinate is 1. X coordinate 2, y coordinate 1. Suppose it's like here. Okay. X coordinate is 3, y coordinate is 0. Okay. X coordinate is 4, y coordinate is 1. Okay. Little bit 2-3 examples we taking more. 5, 6. Okay. Suppose I take the 5 here. Okay. To make the shape proper of the graph, we are taking a few more points. Okay. So y is equal to x square minus 6x plus 9, our polynomial. When I place here 5, okay, so 5 the square is 25 minus 6. 6 5s are 30 and plus 9. 30 and 25, that subtraction is minus 5 plus 9, so overall answer is 4. So I am taking here 4. Suppose I will take the 6 here. Okay, so 6 the square is 36. 6 6 are 36 and plus 9. Okay, so overall it's a 9. Okay, so few points more, 5 and 6. When I take here 5, so what the value of y? 4. Okay, little bit above here. Okay, when I take the 6, so it will be 9. Something like this. Okay, so when I plot a graph, see it's again upwards. Okay, so this graph is called the parabola. Okay, and this parabola is a open upper side. So open, right, upwards, right, downwards also possible, right, that different conditions are there, right, but according to this polynomial we can see the graph like this, right. And here most important point, see this graph intersect the x-axis at which point? 3, 0. X coordinate is 3 and y coordinate is 0. So this one is a value of x, that is what? 3. And here the value of y, that is the p of x, that is 0. So at this point our polynomial value 0. So 0 of the polynomial is what? 3. That means in this case we can get the 1 0. Okay. As earlier we discussed about the zeros of the polynomial, in the quadratic polynomial, how many real zeros are possible? At most 2. That means 2 or less than 2. Right? So here we get the 1 0. Real 0. Okay? 2 real zeros also possible. Let's take the another example. Okay, example 2. Polynomial p of x, that is equal to 3 minus 2x minus x square. Okay, now again the p of x that we'll consider as a y, so 3 minus 2x minus x square. Now we will take the different values of x as well as y. Suppose I am taking minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now let's do the calculation one by one. Suppose I take the minus 4 here, so it's a 3. Y is equal to 3 minus 2x minus x square. I am replacing here minus 4, so 3 becomes as it is. Minus 4 multiplied with minus 2, it becomes a plus 8. And minus 4 the square 16, so minus as it is. Okay, so 8 plus 3, that becomes 11, and minus 16, that will be minus 5. Okay, now take it the another value. Suppose I am taking minus 3. Okay, so 3 minus 3 multiplied with minus 2 plus 6, and the minus x square, minus 3 the square, that is the plus 9. So this minus sign unchanged. Okay, so 6 plus 3, 9, minus 9. It becomes 0. Okay, let's take the minus 2. Minus 2. So 3 as it is, minus 2 and minus 2, it becomes a minus. It's a plus 4. And minus 2 the square, it's a plus 4. So minus as it is. 4 and minus 4 cancel out. That means 0. The remaining is only 3. Okay, further minus 1 I am taking. So 3 minus 1 multiplied with minus 2, it will be plus 2, and minus 1 the square, plus 1. So minus 1 as it is. 3 plus 2, 5 minus 1, it becomes 4. Now 0 I am taking 0, this one is also 0, so that remaining is only 3. 1 I am taking, so 3 as it is, minus 2 ones are 2. 1 the square is 1, so minus 1. So 3 minus 3, again it's a 0. Okay, now here 2 I am taking. Okay, when I replace here 2, so 3 minus 2 2s are 4, minus 2 the square 4. So 3 minus 4 and minus 4, it becomes a minus 8. So overall answer is minus 5. Now we take it 3. So 3 minus 3 2s are 6 and 3 the square is 9. So minus 9. Okay, so 3 minus 6 and minus 9, it becomes minus 15. And minus 15 and plus 3, the subtraction answer will be minus 12. Okay, at last we will take it 4. So 3 as it is, 4 2s are 8 and 4 the square is 16. Okay, so now 16 and 8, that's the addition is 24. 24 and 3, the subtraction is minus 21. Okay, now let's plot the graph. See here, the y coordinate is negative value is more compared to the positive. So we will take the positive part little bit less. Y dash, x dash. Here it's a 0. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I am taking minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Y coordinate minus 21 we have to consider, right? So I am taking again, it's a 2, 4, 6, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6. I am taking a 1 centimeter, that is equal to 2 units. Okay, minus 8, minus 10, minus 12, minus 14, minus 16, minus 18, then minus 20 and minus 22. Sufficient. Okay, now let's place the point one by one. Here both the coordinates are negative, so this point comes in a third quadrant. So x coordinate minus 4, y coordinate is minus 5. X coordinate minus 4, y coordinate minus 5, between minus 4 and minus 6. So this point is like this. Then minus 3 and 0. X coordinate is minus 3 and y coordinate is what? 0. Okay. X coordinate minus 2, y coordinate 3. X coordinate minus 2, y coordinate 3, between 2 and 3. Somewhere here. Okay. Then x coordinate is minus 1, y coordinate is 4. So minus 1 and here it's a 4. Okay. Then x coordinate is 0, y coordinate is 3. X coordinate is 0, y coordinate is what? 3. So here x coordinate is 0. So points comes on a y axis. Okay. So where it is? Here. Okay. Now x coordinate is 1, y coordinate is 0. Y coordinate is 0. So points comes on a x axis where the 1 is there. Okay. X coordinate 2, y coordinate is minus 5. X coordinate 2, y coordinate minus 5. So minus 4 and minus 6 between there, somewhere here. Okay, like this. X coordinate is 3 and y coordinate is minus 12. So minus 12 and here it's a 3. So it's maybe somewhere here. Like this. It's a minus 12, little bit below. Somewhere here. X coordinate is 4, y coordinate is minus 21. So something like between minus 20 and minus 22. Right. Now we can see the graph. When I plot the graph like this. Okay. Now this point is again extended if we take the more point. So this one is called the parabola downwards. Okay, so parabola upwards and the parabola downwards. Earlier in our graph that we can see that, okay, our graph is parabola upwards and here is a parabola downwards. So for the quadratic polynomial in variable x, we can get the two types of the graph, parabola upwards as well as parabola downwards. And earlier in our example, we have the 1, 0, right? Graph like this, okay, 1, 0. But here you can see, this one is also intersection point, this one is also intersection point. So this is at this both the points our polynomial value is what? 0. So here we have the two zeros. Which are the two zeros? -3 and here 1. These two are the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. Understood? Right? Once again, exam guys don't know any requirement as our syllabus to plot the graph. But to understand better that I am explaining this. Okay. Okay, Mitchell. Now we discuss about the different cases of the quadratic polynomial as per the graph is there. So, case 1. Okay. Now what the main condition for the case 1? That is the b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. That means here, right? A, B and C coefficient that we have to take it and check this value. Right? In chapter number 4, that is quadratic equation in our syllabus. That time again the whole chapter related to the quadratic equation. So that time again these are the points, right? We will discuss again. Okay, now so here only you need to remember this condition, b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Replace the value of a, b and c here. If this value is greater than 0, so case 1 will be considered. And in that we have the two parts. If a is greater than 0 and a is less than 0. Okay. If a is greater than 0, so how the graph looks like? So a greater than 0, so your graph is parabola upwards as well as you will get the two zeros, right? Same way, if a less than 0, again we have the two solution, but that is a parabola downwards. So only you need to remember this condition. If b square minus 4 is greater than 0, so how many zeros? Two zeros. Okay, and what is the graph? So in this case a greater than 0, parabola upwards, and in this case parabola downwards. A greater than 0, parabola upwards, a less than 0, parabola downwards. That's a universal condition for all the cases, right? Now the case 2. Now for the case 2, okay, again the condition is b square minus 4ac, that is equal to 0. Okay, here it's greater than 0, here the equal to 0. So that means how many zeros are there? It's a 1 0. How many 0? 1 0. Now again we have the two different conditions, a greater than 0 and a less than 0. If the a greater than 0, so parabola upwards, but that is the one solution. So it's like this. It's only touch the x-axis. You can see here this point. Okay. Here we have the 2 points. So two zeros. Here only 1 0. Parabola upwards as well as parabola downwards. Okay. Here it's a one intersection point. This point will be anywhere. Okay. It's not like that origin. See here, here. Okay. Now last case. Okay. Now again the condition is b square minus 4ac, that is less than 0. And again we have the two different parts, a greater than 0 and a less than 0. If the a greater than 0, so parabola upwards obviously, but in this case there is no real zeros. Okay. So that means it will not intersect with the x-axis, right? So the graph is like this. Okay, parabola upwards in the case of a greater than 0 and parabola downwards in the case of a less than 0. But again it will not intersect the x-axis. Okay, now understood, right? If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, so we have the two real zeros, right? And if a greater than 0, a less than 0, a greater than 0, graph is a parabola upwards, and a less than 0, parabola downwards. Okay. If b square minus 4 is equal to 0, so that means only one real 0 possible, and in the case of a greater than 0, parabola upwards, and in the case of a less than 0, parabola downwards. Here you can see with the x-axis only one intersection point is there. And here the case 3, b square minus 4 is value is less than 0, right? So no real zeros will be possible. That means your graph will never intersect with the x-axis. So you can see the parabola upwards in the case of a greater than 0, it's not intersecting with the x-axis. And here a less than 0, so parabola downwards, and it's again not intersecting with the x-axis. Understood? Okay. Okay, but now we understand what is the graph of the cubic polynomial. See, the standard form of the cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a obviously not equal to 0, coefficient of x cube, right? No need to plot the graph by taking example. See, the degree 3 is there, so how many maximum real zeros will be possible? 3, at most 3 zeros, otherwise less than 3. Okay, so now here I am taking the 3 different cases of the cubic polynomial. You can see this graph of the polynomial. It will intersect the x-axis at how many points? 1 point, 2 point, and 3rd point. Okay, so here how many zeros are there? 3 zeros. Here you can see the graph, it will intersect the x-axis here and here. Okay, so how many zeros are there? 2 zeros. And here you can see this graph intersect the x-axis with only 1 point. So that is the only 1 0. Okay. Now after understanding this all the different type of graph, now our chapter, the exercise 2.1, right, that is specific related to the graph, that we can understand easily. Now let's discuss about that exercise. Okay, wait. Now after understanding the graph, we will solve the exercise 2.1. Okay, the only one question is there, but different type of 6 graphs given to us, right? And this one is a polynomial in variable x. So only we have to check it, how many number of zeros are there in these all the graphs. So as we discussed earlier about the different type of graphs, right, we have to check your graph that will intersect the x-axis in how many points, right? That many zeros you have, right? So here you can see here, this graph is there, it's a y is equal to p of x, this graph. Okay, it's not intersecting with the x-axis, it's intersecting with the y-axis, but it is in variable x. So that means our graph should be intersect with the variable x. Only that point we can consider as a 0 of the polynomial. So here your graph not intersecting with the x-axis. So that means no zeros at this case. Here you can see this graph intersecting the y, but that is not useful for us. But again it is intersecting with the x-axis. In how many points? 1 point. So how many zeros? 1 0. Okay. Now again see here, it's a graph, cubic polynomial. One intersection point with the x-axis, second point with the x-axis, third point of intersection with the x-axis. So how many zeros are there? 3 zeros. Okay. Come to this graph. Again, it's a graph of quadratic polynomial, right? This graph intersects the x-axis in how many points? 2 points. So how many zeros are there? 2 zeros. Again see this graph, it will intersect with the x-axis at the 1 point, second point, third point, and the fourth point. This point is not required for us. Okay, so these 4 points of the intersection with the x-axis. So it's a 4-degree polynomial. So how many zeros are there? 4 zeros. Okay, and here you can see this graph, intersection with the x-axis, 1 point, second point, and third point. So how many zeros are there? 3 zeros. Okay,